A couple of days ago, I left Bali permanently. And for those of you who know me, I moved to Bali 3 years ago, leaving everything behind, leaving behind my well-paying freelancing job, ending my long-term relationship, leaving my family, canceling the lease of my house that I had in Amsterdam and completely starting from scratch. And it's kind of weird now to be sitting here and reflecting back over the last 3 years of how it has changed my life and how it has shaped me as a person. And in this video, I wanted to share with you the three lessons that it has taught me to start my own business in a tropical island like Bali. And what if one of those lessons could actually help you to make better decisions, to learn from my insights, to learn from my mistakes? What if this one of these lessons could save you months of your time, or perhaps you're actually considering also to become a digital nomad or move out of your own country, leave everything behind, then also this video is for you. So the first thing, the first lesson, the first insight that has been massive for me when I moved to Bali, main thing that I had to learn was business. I had to fundamentally understand business. I came from 10 years of digital marketing, 10 years of training people when it comes to marketing sales for corporates. So I was working for the biggest companies in the world, for Philips, Canon, Sony. Like, we're doing hundreds of millions of revenue every single year. And I knew a lot about marketing. I was specialized in marketing automation, managing team members, and I felt this need to actually deliver more value to people who run their own business. So to no longer sell toothbrushes, to no longer sell cars. I wanted to contribute, and I knew I had a lot of marketing knowledge, and I wanted to give that to people, to entrepreneurs, to coaches who actually do good in the world, to create like a ripple effect of growth and success. The thing that I did not realize is that I had to fully start from scratch, because I didn't know anything about business and running a business, and I made tremendous mistakes in the beginning, and it cost me so much money, so much time, so much energy, and mistakes that I see a lot of people make. I remember when I just started off, I had this dream, this idea to create a course, right? To create a course, to record it once, to sell it indefinitely and retire in Bali with a passive income. This was like my dream, my big vision, right? That I wanted to include my knowledge about marketing in a course. So I rented a villa. Still remember this. I rented this expensive villa because I thought it was all about like how it looks on the video. I rented some equipment. I recorded the course. This actually took me 7 months of my time to create this course, because I had to study what it was about to do email marketing, not for big corporates, but actually for like smaller entrepreneurs, right? So I had to understand how it is to copyright, to work in tooling such as ActiveCampaign. Anyway, I spent 7 months of my time studying, learning, investing, creating this course, and then finally had this course ready with this beautiful landing page, right? And I was like, okay, let's go, let's make some money, without understanding how to actually generate traffic, how to actually sell to people. So I made the mistake of building something without understanding how to generate traffic so that I could get eyeballs on my offer, and a mistake of selling something low ticket. I think I sold the course twice for like 350 euros. So all of this time and effort had delivered me 700 euros in revenue, and probably I spent a lot more on the villa and on the equipment and lost so much of my time. So this was a massive learning. I had to understand business. The lesson, I had to understand business that selling high ticket, it's the quickest way, which is more beneficial to your clients, to my clients, because I can give them a bigger transformation. More beneficial to me because I can charge higher prices. I get to collaborate more closely with my clients. So this is everything that I had to learn. Same as sales. How do you actually sell? Where do you generate leads from? How do you build relationships, right? So this was all new to me. I had to learn business. And that took me a long time to understand that the most fundamental things are high ticket skill sets such as selling, and skill sets of understanding how to generate leads, of how to work with ads, right? To get a consistent flow in. So looking back, that has been the biggest lesson that Bali has taught me. It had completely wiped out my ego because I was making good money before. I thought I knew everything and I had to completely start from scratch. And it's been a very beautiful and humbling journey in that sense, with all the business lessons that it taught me. The second lesson, looking back, that it has taught me is how important routine is, how important it is to be productive, to deliver the highest amount of output and productivity, is to have a routine. And this is the mistake that I had in the beginning of Bali, of not having a good routine. I remember the first, I think 12 months, was living in a guest house with just a room, and I had to go to cafes, to restaurants, to work. I wasn't able to record content there, so I had to rent this villa to go there to record content. And there was just a lack of routine. And I see a lot of people, and maybe you're considering yourself to move out, right? And this is a really important lesson as well. I see a lot of people moving to Bali, moving to places like maybe Tulum or Portugal, where a lot of digital nomads come together, which can be a benefit as well, but they lack a routine. They lack the discipline to actually put in the work. They get distracted, and that was me in the beginning as well. I didn't have the proper routine and structure to deliver the highest amount of output for my business. And I see a lot of people falling into that pitfall. They don't have the productivity, and they get caught up in all the distractions, into the partying, the people, the dating, the whatever. There's a lot going on, and if you don't have that discipline, then your business will suffer. And you, specifically in the beginning stages of your business, it's all about the input that you deliver, the content, the outreach, the DM conversations, the sales calls, the product optimization, client testimonials. It's important to put in the work, right? And a lot of people maybe come to the mindset also of I will just magically attract success, and I'll just sit and meditate. We have a lot of those in Bali as well, to attract the success and to manifest. That's not what business is about. It's about the input that you deliver, and having a good routine is important. So when did it shift for me? What shifted? A massive shift for me was to actually rent my own place. I rented a 3-bedroom villa at one point, which I just left last week. I stayed there till the end. And this gave me an office, a place to work, a place to sleep, a place to sit down, relax, and a proper couch TV to actually cool down after work as well. Because when you are peak performing, you have high peaks of productivity, but you also need to make sure that your rest is at the highest level of rest possible, right? So having a place for me, a couch, a TV to just relax and switch off my mind was and is very important. So that gave me a lot of routine, a lot of structure. I woke up every morning at 5:30, doing the content recording, going to the gym, and that just delivered a very high amount of output. The last lesson, which I'm very grateful for, that Bali has taught me, is the importance of network, the importance of your surroundings, your environment, right? So originally I'm from the Netherlands. A lot of people there work on the payroll. A lot of people have the same type of routine. And I always felt like the awkward one out, let's say, of having a different mindset, a more entrepreneurial mindset, a more freedom-driven mindset, risk-taking, right? I just always wanted to push myself to the next level. And in the Netherlands, and I think for many countries, right, that's not how a lot of people think. A lot of people think within the box and do whatever society kind of requests from them, or what's normal within society. Now, in Bali, and this is why it's such a beautiful, magical place, everyone there is an entrepreneur. Everyone wants to live a different type of lifestyle that they build based on their own requirements of how they see fit. And every conversation that you have is inspiring. All of the people that I met, everyone had this amazing story, and everyone was building towards their own dream, their own vision, which was so inspiring. And this is how you really are lifted up by starting entrepreneurs, by entrepreneurs making 5, 6, 7, 8 figures. Everyone there in Bali has a story, and everyone is just inspiring. And you meet some really, really great, famous entrepreneurs there just chilling with you in the sauna. So that has really motivated me, and I don't think I could have brought my business to the level that it is now if I was just stuck in the same environment where people just think in the same structure, in the same 9 to 5 mentality. So I'm very grateful for Bali that has brought me network in an environment of people who are just simply inspiring. And this is also why I create my own network of entrepreneurs within my program, of people who are like-minded, who can lift each other up, who can share the successes, the lessons. This is so crucial, right? If you see other people doing it, this will give you the own inspiration that you can actually do it. So creating that own community and being part of a community as well, having that community for your clients, but also being part of a community yourself has been massive. And that's what Bali offers in real life, and that's what I have within the program, and that's what I am part of other programs. So having that community is super important, and having that environment. So yeah, looking back, those have been the 3 biggest lessons: learning business, having the right environment, and making sure that you have your routine in place to deliver the highest amount of productivity possible for you as an entrepreneur, right? So the big question that I get from a lot of you guys, like, will I go back to Bali? I don't know. I felt after 3 years I was kind of done, but it is a magical place and a lot of legacy for me is there. So at the moment I'm recording this from Vietnam. I just did an amazing motorbike trip here up in the mountains. I'll go to Singapore, I'll go to Canada for a mastermind with my own mentors, which I'm very excited for. I go back to the Netherlands, and then everything is open again. There's a very good chance I will go back to Bali at one point. If it will be permanently, I'm not sure, but it has definitely been life-changing for me, and I grew so much as an entrepreneur over the last 3 years, and I had the opportunity to meet so many incredible people. And again, I wouldn't have been here with the business, with the personal growth, if it hadn't been for Bali. So I'm really, really grateful for that experience, and I'm very excited to see what's next. So if you are considering to move out of your country, start all over, or perhaps start or further grow your business, I hope that one of these 3 lessons is valuable to you, which you can implement and learn from my lessons, learn from my mistakes, so you can grow quicker and be more productive and help more people. Guys, if you like this video, make sure to subscribe, obviously, to my channel. That would be great, because I'm gonna keep dropping these value videos for you, and I will see you in the next video.